Welcome to the Senior Food Podcast, where wisdom meets wellness, and every episode helps you age with strength, clarity, and confidence. After 60, many people notice their legs feel weaker, slower, or heavier. They blame age, they blame exercise, but few ever question what's sitting right inside their fruit bowl. Yes, fruit, the very thing we've been told is pure, light, and healthy. But today, you'll learn that some fruits, the most common ones, might be quietly working against your body, draining circulation, stiffening your muscles, and stealing your stability one bite at a time. In this episode, we're joined by Japan's oldest practicing doctor, still active past 100 years old. He'll reveal why certain fruits, grapes, bananas, pineapples, even watermelon, can harm aging legs, and what to eat instead to rebuild power, improve balance, and restore confidence in every step. Because aging doesn't have to mean losing strength. It means learning to eat with wisdom. So before you reach for that next handful of fruit, take a moment to listen. The truth might surprise you, and it could change the way you fuel your body forever.
Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving into an intriguing discussion about how certain fruits, despite their good repute, might actually weaken your legs when you're over 60.
Yeah, it's pretty surprising, isn't it? Most people assume all fruits are automatically healthy.
Exactly, and here's the kicker. Japan's oldest practicing doctor, Dr. Hinohara, has some counterintuitive insights. He reveals 7 specific fruits that, if you're over 60, may not be the best choices for maintaining strong legs, better circulation, and steadier balance.
Right? And it's more about the impact of fruit sugars and other compounds on muscle integrity rather than the typical nutritional benefits we expect.
Yes, it's like you think you're fueling your body with healthy snacks, but certain fruits can actually increase inflammation and compromise circulation, which is crucial for maintaining leg strength later in life.
Yep. So, do we know which fruits are on this list that might be more harmful than beneficial?
Definitely. The doctor highlights, among others, fruits that are really high in sugars, such as grapes and bananas. Even though they're popular and delicious, they can spike blood sugar and potentially lead to inflammation that diminishes muscle power.
That's interesting because bananas are often recommended for potassium, right? So, how do we balance that vitamin and mineral need with the risk?
That's a valid point, but Dr. Hinohara suggests that while nutrients like potassium are important, the overall load of sugars in these fruits may actually be counterproductive when it comes to blood flow and muscle integrity. It's like getting too many positive ingredients mixed with some not so positive ones.
Right. And I think it's key to note that it's not about completely eliminating fruits from the diet, but rather being mindful about which ones to avoid if leg strength is a priority after 60.
Exactly. It's all about clarity, understanding what your body really needs at that age. For instance, some fruit juices or even dried fruits might be a trap because they concentrate the sugars. These can lead to adverse effects like poorer circulation, which many seniors
Yep,
might
indeed.
not even suspect.
And it sounds like Dr. Hinohara's insights are really backed by both science and Japanese nutritional traditions, which emphasize balance and moderation.
Absolutely. His approach is holistic. He doesn't just look at one element of nutrition. Instead, he considers long-term factors like muscle strength, balance, and overall mobility. It's like you wouldn't want to build a house on shaky foundations, right?
Right. Exactly. But I have to ask, if these fruits are risky, what should seniors opt for instead? I mean, fruits do provide essential vitamins and fiber.
Great question. While he doesn't say ditch fruits entirely, he encourages swapping out the ones high in problematic sugars with lower sugar alternatives. For instance, berries and apples tend to have lower sugar loads and more beneficial antioxidants, helping with circulation without the heavy glycemic spike.
Yeah. So it's all about making informed choices rather than, following general advice blindly.
Exactly. It's not about fear-mongering. It's the clarity that comes from understanding your body's unique needs. Dr. Hinohara emphasizes that these recommendations are meant to support mobility and prevent muscle deterioration that can compromise balance over time.
And that's critical for seniors who want to maintain an active lifestyle. I mean, who doesn't want to keep walking confidently without worrying about their legs giving out?
Absolutely. Now, one thing that really stood out to me is how the doctor discusses the role of fruit sugar in triggering systemic inflammation. This inflammation can not only affect the legs, but also overall bodily functions important for aging gracefully.
Totally. I read somewhere that even moderate increases in blood sugar can lead to chronic issues like reduced circulation. It makes sense that at 60 and above, the stakes are higher.
Right, you are. And his point is that as your body ages, it becomes less efficient at handling those sudden spikes in sugar, which many of these fruits can cause, especially when consumed in large amounts.
Yep. You know, I was a bit skeptical when I first heard this. I mean, fruits are such a staple of healthy eating. But when you consider how modern diets sometimes overemphasize superfoods without looking at the whole picture, it starts to click.
Exactly. It's like you can have too much of a good thing. Even natural sugars can become problematic if they're overconsumed. And in the case of, let's say, these 7 fruits, the risk isn't immediately obvious until you start noticing changes in muscle strength and balance.
I get that. But isn't it a bit extreme to say these fruits should be completely avoided? I mean, aren't there studies that show fruit consumption is generally linked with better overall health?
That's a good challenge. I'd say it depends on context. For seniors specifically, when leg strength and balance are critical, the risk-benefit profile might shift. You see, while fruits are generally beneficial for younger folks, the aging body processes sugars differently. It's about context and individual metabolic conditions.
Right on. So, would you say it's mostly for those who are already noticing weakness, or is it a preventative measure?
More of a preventative measure, really. It's a proactive approach, avoiding potential pitfalls before they become real problems. Dr. Hinohara's emphasis is on long-term leg strength and maintaining quality of life.
Exactly. And there's also the point about circulation. Better circulation ensures better oxygen and nutrient delivery to muscles, which is critical as we age.
Right, and with improved circulation, you're essentially fortifying your muscles against the natural decline that comes with age. It's like building a maintenance plan for your body. You wouldn't neglect your car's oil change, would you?
No, definitely not. That's a great analogy. Another interesting aspect is how this advice ties into other lifestyle changes mentioned across similar episodes from the Senior Health Podcast.
Yeah, indeed. The podcast often ties together dietary choices with simple, effective lifestyle habits drawn from Japanese holistic principles. Think of it as a total package: exercise, nutrition, and mindful living.
True. And these principles, they focus a lot on small daily changes rather than radical overhauls, correct?
Exactly. It's all about those small tweaks that compound over time. For example, substituting a high sugar fruit with a lower glycemic option can be a simple yet impactful change.
Right, consistent small steps can indeed lead to big benefits. Now, I also noticed that the message isn't just about diet, it's very much about sustaining mobility and independence. That resonated with me because it's a reminder that nutrition is a cornerstone of overall well-being.
Absolutely, it's not only about what you eat, but how that affects your daily function. Strong legs mean better balance, fewer falls, and more confidence walking around. This is critical for maintaining independence as you age.
Exactly, independence is everything. I'm curious though, do you think there's a risk of seniors overreacting and cutting out fruits altogether? Because that might lead to deficiencies in vitamins and antioxidants.
That's a very good concern. And honestly, the advice isn't about eliminating fruits completely. It's about choosing wisely. There are plenty of fruits that support inflammation reduction and muscle health. The idea is to avoid those high sugar ones that might over time contribute to muscle weakening.
Makes sense. So really it's about a balanced approach, rethinking choices to suit your body's changing needs as you age.
Exactly. And it's interesting how this perspective, which might seem unconventional at first glance, actually aligns with broader preventive health measures for seniors. The traditional Japanese approach often emphasizes moderation and balance, which seems to have merit in this context too.
Yeah, absolutely. And by using a science-based analysis along with clinical insights, it really drives home that personalizing dietary choices is crucial.
Right, it's like you have to listen to your body's unique signals and adjust accordingly. What works for one person might not be ideal for another, especially when you throw aging metabolism into the mix.
Exactly. It's a call to action for seniors to be mindful, right? Not just following generic advice, but really considering what each food item is doing to your strength and balance.
Absolutely. And as a takeaway, rather than fearing fruits, it's about understanding that some fruits, despite being marketed as healthy, might need to be swapped out in favor of options that actually support leg power and overall mobility.
Yeah, that's a powerful message. And it serves as a reminder that in our nutritional journey, especially past 60, every choice counts. Sometimes those little choices can make a big difference in sustaining your independence and quality of life.
Exactly. It's all about smart, informed choices. Here's to aging strong and walking confidently every day.
Absolutely. Cheers to that.